What's going on, man? Cuba from Rundown Wrestling. Here we are, right? The WrestleMania Vegas or WrestleMania 42 predictions. So we got one hell of a card, right? And I've been keeping up with it, especially on Raw, because I have the Netflix subscription. But SmackDown, I try to keep up with it, but due to the VPNs, I can watch SmackDown, but it's like, God, man, it just keeps freezing. So I don't. And plus, it's 3 hours, bro. Like SmackDown, bro, has just been such a horrible show. And I've been listening to other podcasters and YouTubers talk about the different celebrities or the various amount of celebrities that are involved in this WrestleMania, and I can understand it. I mean, but this isn't Vince McMahon's company no more. He sold it to TKO. We just gonna have to deal with it at this point, right? And by the way, look at that logo right there. But man, oh man, oh man. But it's crazy is that in this WrestleMania, we have people like Tiffany Stratton. Now we don't know because we still got Fridays, one more Friday Night SmackDown before WrestleMania. So we don't know if her or Io Sky are going to have a match on the card, but we don't know. It's already stacked enough. And that kind of sucks because they were the champions last year. Like, how the hell are you the champions last year and you don't have a match on the card? Now, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But, I mean, that's crazy. Now, you got Speed in there. And what are they doing with the Jelly Roll thing? Like, I guess he's just going to be cheering and catering or whatever. I don't know. I thought he was going to have a match, but he had a match on SmackDown a few weeks ago. But, hey, it is what it is. But, what else? What else before I get into this? Let me see here. Nope, I think that is it. So, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each card, or each match on the card, starting with the Saturday section, right? Or Saturday's card, and then going to Sundays. And then I'm going to talk about the matches in order, and then I'm going to read the descriptions that they have here on WWE.com. So, yeah, man, before I do that, man, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on all post notifications. And, hell, man, enjoy this damn WrestleMania Vegas or WrestleMania 42 predictions video. So, here we are right here, right? And one thing I love about WWE is their production team and then the people that does the graphics. When they do like the moving graphics, it's just superb. It makes me want to like try it out, right, for my channels. But in this right here, look at this. Look at the background on that, the theme, right, the casino, because they had it last year. As far as like from what I've noticed that okay, they had the theme. Okay, we have Vegas, right? Vegas, oh man, just lit up, built. We got the buildings, the one or two buildings in the entrance, right? It was so lively, right? Had the colors to it from last year, and now you look at this. Is all the logo is black. Now you have the destruction. Has people noticed that? Look, Welcome to Vegas is torn down. It looks like Fallout, if you ask me. So, then the fire, it looks like Fallout and Death Race. But anyway, man, back to this. So, and this might be an hour-long video, I don't know. But Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISO Speed, and also get into the background of it, versus the Usos and LA Knight. First of all, LA Knight feel like he been feuding with the Vision for about a year now. Yeah, 6-man tag team match. So, we all know the injuries to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. It sucks. I think Braun Breaker had, hernia surgery, and Bronson Reed tore his tricep or bicep, so he's going to be out for extended time. But I did see reports that Braun Breaker was like ready to come back. So I don't know how true those are, even though Paul Heyman on Raw maybe a few weeks ago said that they was out indefinitely. So now you bring in ISO Speed, who probably signed a contract for a certain amount of dates or months. We don't know. And we seen ISO Speed, or at least I did, because he had his own show on YouTube, like Speed Goes Pro, where he's training with gymnasts, NFL athletes, basketball players. He was shooting hoops with Kevin Durant. And then he had a wrestling one where Sheamus and Matt Bloom, aka A-Train, and Finley was training him. And then he had a match with Maxine Dupree's husband. I forget what's his name. I forget his name. Hell, they say I look like his ass. But and Speed did well. I mean, Speed is very athletic, right? You know, built. Of course, he built his name off of, speed. I show speed. He's racing guys, racing track stars, Olympic gold medalist, right? He's racing against. But yeah, man, shout out to him. Austin Theory and Logan Paul are tag team champions. They went from being a faction to a tag team, and now Paul Heyman. It's like Paul Heyman he's not even associated with them no more. He's just focused on. Which is crazy because Paul Heyman has been in like many segments. So, of course, Seth Rollins, I'll get to that later. Seth Rollins, they kicked them out division. So, Paul Heyman's with this. And now you got Seth Rollins and Gunther. Now you got Brock and Oba. So, this dude is related. He's like involved in 3 different matches here, in a sense. But, yeah, man. We see them become tag team champions with the help of IShowSpeed. Right, hitting LA Knight with the brass knucks. So, and Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso back as tag champions as of late last year. So yeah, I guess the Jey Uso solo run ain't really hitting no more. I mean, even though his entrance is still fire. But yeah, and then of course we love this segment with Speed. LA Knight invading Speed's home. Right, just left the door open and then giving him a receipt. After Speed hit him with the nuts. But let's see what we got here, right? A star-studded 6-man tag team match will see Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight take on World Tag Team Champions Logan Paul and Austin Theory and an international streaming star IShowSpeed. The Vision have been terrorizing the Usos for months, culminating in Paul and Theory dethroning the Story Tag Team for the World Tag titles. Thanks to an unexpected and seemingly unintentional assist from IShowSpeed. Apparently suffering from a curse by Danhausen. Yeah, that curse. A Speed clocked Knight with brass knuckles, allowing Paul and Theory to steal the win in the championship. The Usos and the Megastar are out for payback, and they'll have their chance in an epic 6-man tag team match at the Show of Shows. So, what I just told you and what WWE.com just told you, now it's up for my predictions. So, let's see here. What I think's going to happen. I think the match will be solid, right? I think they won't put Speed in there right away. They'll build up to him, right? So, Logan Paul and Austin Theory is going to do the boatload of the work, right? They'll start off the match. And hell, maybe the fans will start chanting for Speed. And he'll get in the match and do his thing. But I think they'll get an unexpected assist from Braun Breaker. So, yeah, I think that will happen. Braun Breaker will come in. And if it doesn't happen, I still have the Vision with IShowSpeed winning this match. I don't know. Wasn't there some kind of friction between LA Knight and the Usos or Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso? So now they're like, what do they gain from this? Like, you got IShowSpeed in his first match, and then we got the tag team champions. Like, I don't see them losing at all. I mean, it'll probably be a solid match, but yeah, I got the Vision and IShowSpeed, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. That's who I got winning this match. So this match kicks off night 1 on Saturday, the very first match, the opening match. And I think they're going to have some pre-show matches. They'll go into the history, right? So as soon as they're done with the pre-show, which is 3 hours, then we'll get to here. So that is that. So, yep, that's my first prediction. So now they're saying, because I'm on a website, on Bleacher Report, and they're giving me the match order. And this better be right, too. So the second match is, let me find it. Nope, that's not it. Let me find it. It sucks that this isn't in order. Oh my God. Where we at? There we go. The second match, right? Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. And it sucks because this feud takes place on SmackDown. And I kind of missed out on a lot of their feud. Hell, I haven't even looked at the clips on YouTube like I used to. So, but from what I know is that Cody Rhodes had the championship. No, right, wait a minute. Yeah, Cody Rhodes was champion. And I think they had a cage match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. And then Jacob Fatu shows up and basically helps Drew McIntyre win. And Drew McIntyre is the champion. And I think we have some sort of, we got some sort of friction between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. And then Drew and Cody was still going at it with Jacob Fatu kind of in the back line. And then Drew, I forget, what did Drew do? Drew did something. Did he hit Nick Aldis? Because he got up in Nick Aldis' face, right? And some other stuff happened. I think he interfered. Yeah, I think he interfered in a Rumble after Nick Aldis said, don't do it. And so as soon as that happened, or was it another? I think it was Elimination Chamber that happened. And then the very next SmackDown was when Cody Rhodes got the belt back from Drew McIntyre. And I cannot remember if Jacob Fatu intervened in that match or not. But all I know is that them two have been fighting like hell, bro. Backstage, jumping off of buildings. I think Drew McIntyre hit Jacob Fatu with a truck, right? And so them guys in one SmackDown was just fighting all over the place. So these guys really despise each other, and it kind of sucks. But in a sense, it's like, oh, well, Drew McIntyre got his championship back. He didn't get it at WrestleMania, but he did win his championship back. He didn't have it that long, but hell, at least he was champion again. First time he was champion since, WrestleMania. So Drew actually is a 3-time champion because he won in 2020, and then he won in 2024. And then 2026. So he wasn't champion in 2025. Okay. So, then he faced Damian Priest last year at WrestleMania. Now you got Jacob Fatu this year. The one with Damian Priest was forget the name of it, but they used a lot of some kind of street fights, involved all kind of weapons. Forget exactly what they call that, then. But unsanctioned match. Whew, man. Let me read this right here. The brutal rivalry, because they might explain everything. The brutal rivalry between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre has grown to absolute mayhem. And the only place to settle the chaos will be the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. Fatu will go to war with McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Fatu and McIntyre have proven that they are completely out of control with numerous attacks on each other, including the Samoan Werewolf helping cost Drew McIntyre the undisputed title, WWE title, to Cody Rhodes, right? And the Scottish Psychopath pretending to quit SmackDown before returning to take out Fatu during his match against Trick Williams. Felt like he's done that multiple times, that quitting stuff. So then on the March 20th edition of SmackDown, the two heated adversaries refused to stop brawling from the opening moments of the show until the very end, culminating in them throwing each other off a high steel balcony. Now I gotta watch that. That's funny as hell. That's funny. I've seen like a still shot and like them going at it, but then it cut off for me. As far as the VPN I use, but I gotta watch them getting thrown off. That sounds funny as hell to me. So in response, SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis made official a WrestleMania showdown pitting Fatu against McIntyre, but washing his and WWE's hands of responsibility by making it an unsanctioned match. Unsanctioned means no rules, no protection, and uncontrollable bedlam. If you hear something, they're cutting grass in the other yard. So, Who do I have winning this match? I might go. Let's see. No, well, because Jacob won at WrestleMania last year. Who did he defeat last year? Was it Solo? I think he faced Solo last year. I could be wrong. This is a tough one. This one I might have to just guess. Jacob fought 2, Drew McIntyre. I might. I'm gonna go out on a limb and pick. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Ooh, this is gonna be a random one, man. Yeah. Ooh. I'm just pick McIntyre for the hell of it, bro. I'm gonna just go with McIntyre. Yeah, I'm going McIntyre. This is a random pick, and normally I have some kind of backstory as to why I'm picking them, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with McIntyre for this. So that's my prediction. So let's see, who do we have next? So the next one is the WWE Women's Tag Team. Is this it? Yep, right there. The Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way. So, damn, Nikki. All right, let me stop. Things just popped out to me. So, Nia Jax, right, Lash Legend are the Women's Tag Team Champions, defeating Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. And ever since then, we've had numerous teams, right, in the fray. You know, Brie Bella came back. Nikki's been back for about a year and some change, and Brie Bella came back to a huge ovation. I believe, was it at the Rumble? I think it was at the beginning of this year. So, that's like, oh, the Bellas is back. But shout out to the Bellas, man, the Hall of Famers, right? So now Bayley and Lyra are tag team. Well, they're a tag team again, and they've dealt away with Bayley's goddamn skits. Well, I shouldn't say that. Her persona changed, right? When she was basically Two-Face, right, going through a personality change. They said they scrapped that. So now Bayley has a WrestleMania match. I didn't like how they just got rid of it the day of WrestleMania and had Becky in there. Hell, even on the show Unreal, Becky didn't even want that to happen. That was something creative did. That's kind of messed up. Like, oh, you got to, because them WrestleMania checks is big. All of a sudden, you're not even on the show. You get in an angle where you're taken out, and now, and I think it was Becky, I forget who it was. It might have been Becky. Takes her out, and now she's in as Lyra's tag team, and now they're the champions. So, and of course, Charlotte, right, who everybody hated, now she's beloved, teaming with Alexa Bliss, right? So, they had a solid tag team run, and now you got the Monstars, right? The 6-foot women, Lash Legend and Nia Jax just going ham, bro. And they building Lash Legend strong, bro. That match I seen with her and Bayley, she just completely dominated Bayley, bro. Like, Lash Legend is being built strong as hell. Shout out to her. But let me read this here. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Nia Jax and Lash Legend will defend their title against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and the Bella Twins in a fatal 4-way tag team match at WrestleMania. By the way, they're trying to get everybody on this card, with some exceptions like Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton. But this is normally these PLE, before I finish, normally these damn pay-per-views, PLEs or whatever, have like 4 or 5 matches. It's like more than double that. So, like, this is crazy here. But the dominant, irresistible forces captured the titles. Oh, it was from Rhea and Io. Okay. So, wait, hold on. I thought Charlotte and... Oh, so I think Charlotte... Let me get this straight. So Charlotte and Io had... No, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss had them. And I think the Kabuki...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
That's right, Alexa. Damn. I'm about to start calling her A, because my A, Alexa's going to go off. Cancel. I keep forgetting that. So A and Charlotte were the champs, right? But A and Charlotte lost it to the Kabuki Warriors. And the Kabuki Warriors held the titles up until Rhea and Io beat them for it. And so then the Irresistible Forces, I believe it was on SmackDown months ago, ended up defeating Rhea or Riho. Is that what they call it? Rio Sky. So they defeated them. So now that's why they're the champions. That's it. Okay. So in late February, it's almost 2 months, and are ruthless enough to keep their championships at any cost, threatening their reign with 3 elite tandems. First, there are the unlikely partners turned best friends Flair and Bliss. The Queen is aptly named with 14 women's championships and 2 tag team championships to her credit. Her partner, the Goddess of WWE, has 5 women's championships and 4 tag team titles. Flair and Bliss have been on a mission to reclaim the WWE women's tag team titles since losing the gold to the Kabuki Warriors. There we go. A defeat that happened thanks to Jackson Legend interfering. Oh, so that's how they lost them. Then there are Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Bayley is a 4-time women's champion and a 2-time tag team champion. A rising star, Valkyria is the inaugural women's intercontinental champion and a former tag team champion. Damn, these women got accolades. Moreover, Lyra has made it her personal mission to get Bayley back to WrestleMania. Shout out to Lyra. Now that she has accomplished her goal, the next step is to capture gold at the grandest stage of them all. Rounding out the field are the WWE Hall of Famers, the Bella Twins. In a time when there were less titles, Nikki Bella became a 2-time Divas champion with her second reign lasting a Divas title record 301 days. And I think Charlotte defeated her for that title as well. I believe so. I think Charlotte was the last ever Divas champion. Brie is also a former Divas champion. And the Bellas have returned to Damn, wait a minute. Reading this, I just thought of something. Returned to WWE with a purpose of becoming tag team champions for the first time. That right there just gave it away. And I just noticed it when I read it. The Bella Twins, right? The twins, when they, in their primes, they didn't have those tag team titles. So, and they won them singles titles. Hell, I think they even turned on each other and had a match. But everybody else were champions except for Bayley and Lyra. Again, it just said it. Lyra's goal was to get Bayley back at WrestleMania. Even though had matches at WrestleMania and I think won championships there. She missed out on last year. Lyra accomplished her goal of getting Bayley back to WrestleMania. And Charlotte and Alexa were already champions. And these two...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
God damn. I forgot. Charlotte and A were champions. And these two women, Lash and Nia, are champions. I don't think they're retaining these titles, so I'm already eliminating them. Even though they're going to be built strong as hell. But what gives it cause to pause is that Nikki Bella apparently hurt her ankle. So I have to see the status of that. If she's hurt, if Nikki Bella is hurt, I'm eliminating the Bellas. Because why? If she's hurt, it could be two things. And I think if it turns out that she can't go, she might substitute somebody to go for her. And if that's the case, okay, thinking about it now, I still think they're going to win. I said they wasn't going to win. I think they're going to win. So, yeah, everybody else is going to lose. I think the Bellas is going to win this match. Dead serious. Because, yeah, they've been around longer than everybody else, even longer than Charlotte. I think they came in, was it early 2010s or late 2000s? Right? And so they've never held tag team titles. So this is the perfect opportunity. Your sisters, twins, your Bree's back, right? Go ahead and put the tag team titles on them. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think Brie and Nikki, the Bellas, are going to win this They're going to win this match. They might steal it somehow. And if Nikki's hurt, somebody's going to sub in for her and win them. That's what I think is going to happen. But if she's good to go, they're going to win regardless. So that is my pick for that. So now we're going to the next match. In the next match, it says here, is the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship match right here. There we go. We got champion AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. I'm kind of done with this feud. This feud has been going since late last year, right? So when AJ Lee came back, right? You know, her and Punk teamed up with Becky and Seth. Them two didn't like each other. Still don't like each other as well. So then they broke away for a little bit. AJ wasn't on TV. Hell, I don't even think she was at the Rumble. So then she comes back and, yeah, defeats Becky for the championship. And I thought that was it. But then they're continuing this feud. And so, anyway, I'll get to my prediction after I read this. So, yeah, that was it. So, with animosity at a fever pitch, Women's Intercontinental Champion AJ Lee and Becky Lynch are about to take their long-standing rivalry to the grandest stage of them all in a can't-miss clash for the title. Lee returned to WWE for the first time in more than a decade to join CM Punk in a mixed tag team match against Lynch and Seth Rollins that resulted in Lynch forcing that resulted in Lee forcing Lynch to tap out at WrestlePalooza. Timeout. She does have her number. Well, hold on. Damn. She does have her number. She made her tap twice. But Lynch was already the champion twice. Hold on. Lee repeated the feat by submitting Lynch to win in a War Games match at Survivor Series 2025. Damn. Wait a minute. Hold on. The more you read this, the more your brain just starts to just think like, oh, snap. Because I'll have my pick, and then I'll read this, and then it will just change. So AJ Lee already has the upper hand, right? So then in a clash for the Women's Intercontinental title at WWE Elimination Chamber 2026, Lee captured the championship for the first time in more than 11 years by forcing Lynch to tap out to the Black Widow for the third time in as many matches. She has Becky's number. AJ Lee has Becky's number. Wow. Hold on. Weeks later, on the March 16th episode of Raw, Lee overcame her good friend Bayley to successfully defend her title, only to suffer a brutal post-match attack from Lynch. 1 week later, the man made it clear that she is targeting Lee in a quest to reclaim the gold. In response, Lee challenged Lynch to a Women's Intercontinental Championship match at the Showcase of Immortals. Oh, wow. Wow, so she got her number. Could this be the show where Lynch just says the hell with it and then she defeats Lee? Because I wish they would have held on to it. Because it would have been better at WrestleMania. This is like the Super Bowl of wrestling. Or it is the Super Bowl of wrestling. They should have kept it on Becky Lynch. And then AJ Lee would have that big victory send-off, right? She wins the championship at WrestleMania. But now she's entering WrestleMania. Now anything can happen in scripted. We all know that. Hell, AJ Lee could still win. Like, you're up 4-0. But damn, man, this is kind of tough too. Because at first I was gonna say AJ Lee, man, but I didn't realize that she defeated. Like, she literally made her tap 3 times. It says right here, when they had the mixed tag team match, they won with her tapping out Becky Lynch. And then at War Games, she submitted Becky Lynch. And then to defeat Becky Lynch for the title, she made her submit. So it's like, damn. So she got her 3 times. I'm going to go ahead and pick Becky Lynch to win, man. I'm going to pick Becky Lynch to win. Because it's like nobody's really telling this story. And then when they had the backstage segment, it's like AJ Lee just bossed Becky Lynch. When she was supposed to have the interview with Michael Cole, AJ Lee just like decimated her, bro, and told her to shut up and stuff. Saying, I'm your daughter's favorite wrestler. We're going into this like Becky Lynch is the underdog at this point. I'm going with Becky Lynch to win this match. Because AJ's already a champion. She's a champion. But if this goes back, but if Becky loses, my thing, because I'm prolonging this. If she loses, is she going to go to a world title match? Like, because if she wins, is AJ Lee going to now get her rematch? Oh my God. This is tough. Who do I have winning? My predictions. Because if AJ wins, then Becky can just focus on something else. But if Becky wins again, she's still in the mid-card title. But does AJ Lee get a match for a championship? Damn, man. Screw it. I'm going to go out and say Becky Lynch wins. I'm going to go out and say she wins because she got to get her first win, man. She got to get her a win against AJ Lee. Yeah. Hell, at this point, they might continue with this damn feud. Yeah. I did not realize that AJ Lee just bossed and submitted Becky Lynch 3 straight times. I did not realize that. So, yeah, I'm going with Becky Lynch to win this. So, that's it for that. So, now we have the 5th match for WrestleMania Night 1. And that is, where we at here? Where we at? Right there. This is the 5th match. Seth Rollins and Gunther. So, this isn't for a championship, right? I kind of find it funny. And they have so many graphics of this WrestleMania. This one, there's like 5 different graphics. You got this one. Then you got the one in which they airbrush all the champions to where they have them all have abs. Randy Orton got abs. Obafemi got abs. Liv Morgan got abs. Right? Get the hell out of here. Now in this one, Seth ain't got abs. Hell, in the graphic, he probably did. But we all know Seth got hurt against Cody Rhodes at the was it Survivor Series? I think it was Survivor Series, and came back from the injury. I think was he tore his shoulder or something. So this is his first match back since that match against Cody Rhodes, and now you got Gunther, who's riding high ever since defeating John Cena, in his last match. And now defeating AJ Styles in his last match. 2 of the greatest of all time, right? Gunther sent them packing into retirement. So now we have it to where Seth Rollins coming back, right? He has the black on. Is shout out to Solid Monster. The ninja outfits on with his ninja goons, right? And Gunther didn't have a match. So now it's like, well, damn. I think they just threw this together at this point because they probably had a match on Raw in 2019, but there's no history here as of recently. They just threw this together. So now they're trying to have it as history with another favor implemented from Gunther, right? He wants a favor from Paul Heyman. We seen this from last year with the CM Punk favor. So, yep. So this is what we got. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. This match is going to be a good one as well. So let's go ahead and read this. 2 of the best superstars to ever lace up a pair of boots are about to clash on the grandest stage of them all when Seth Rollins goes head to head with Gunther. When Rollins was about to deliver another curb stop to Paul Heyman on the March 30th episode of Raw, Gunther suddenly returned to pull the Visionary out of the ring and lock him in a sleeper. Rollins is a 6-time world champion, WWE champion, 2-time Intercontinental champion, 2-time United States champion, 2019 Royal Rumble winner, and 2-time Money in the Bank winner. I know you got to have some tag teams in there. They didn't mention that. But Gunther is a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2024 King of the Ring, and the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. This is going to be a good... Damn, these are some good-ass matches. Because they having me think, bro. Oh, my God. Seth Rollins. Who do I have winning this? Let me see. Remember how I mentioned that Braun Breaker could come out in that six-man tag match and help them win? What if he did it here instead? Because there's history here. I think Braun Breaker is going to be healthy. I think we're going to see an appearance from Braun Breaker. Now, I don't know if it's going to be in this match or if it's going to be in that 6-man tag match. But I'm not going to lie. If I had to take a guess, it might be in this match. It might be. Because when you think about it, Gunther's on like a 2, maybe 3-year WrestleMania loss streak. I know he lost to Sami Zayn. He lost to Jey Uso last year. And Gunther rarely loses. And hell, if any of them lose, it wouldn't change it at all. They're still top of their company. But I think Braun Breaker, instead of that 6-man tag, he interferes here. Somehow, maybe Seth Rollins has an upper hand, and maybe Gunther's on the outside, and then Braun Breaker just comes in and just spears him. And then Gunther hits him with his power bomb and then puts him in a sleeper and he passes out. I got Gunther winning this match. And then he gets that favor from Paul Heyman, and then they split away. I think this is going to be a one-match. This feud is just going to be for one match, and then if Braun comes in, then it's going to be Seth and Braun Breaker feuding. That's what I think. And then Gunther gets some kind of favor from whatever, from Paul Heyman, whatever favor that is. So, yeah, I got Gunther winning this match. Yeah, that's who I got. So now, after that, this is going to be a long-ass video. I could just split it. I could split this up into 2 different videos. I could. I'm thinking about doing that. Because this is going to be a long-ass match. Or a long-ass video if I do both shows. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, as of now, I'm only doing... This is going to be for WrestleMania Night 1. And then I'll do another one. If I don't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. And that's going to be for Night 2 on Sunday. So, that match. And now we have the Women's World Championship match. Stephanie Vaquer. Where we at here? Where's it at? Come on. Nope. There we go. Right here. With Liv Morgan, little feisty ass. She should play a goddamn Harley Quinn. People were saying A Bliss should do it. But low key, you can give it to goddamn Liv Morgan at this point. And by the way, what? She had a music video? What the hell? But anyway, man, this feud right here. Now, many people are saying Obafemi and Brock Lesnar is the best feud leading into WrestleMania. You can say CM Punk and Roman Reigns is another one, right? Because these guys hate each other. And they really told you in that the Monday Night Raw, closing out Raw to Mania, how much they hate each other, right? Like, God damn, you hate him. I hate you. But an underrated feud, or really is it underrated? If you all consider Roman and CM Punk and Oba the top 2, this feud right here has to be right after. These women are killing it, bro. These women, bro. The amount of vitriol and hate they have for one another have been shown on TV has been gold, bro. And we all know the infamous bump heads that got me 60,000 views on TikTok. Shout out to you, to both of y'all and Roxanne Perez. Hey, have we seen Roxanne Perez since then? Has she been on TV since then? Oh, man. And I'm going to get into some detail because people were saying some things when Roxanne Perez came back. But, my oh my, these two women have been killing it, bro. Each week, they're throwing hands. I feel like they've been snug, too. Really snug. I feel like it's been 3 or 4 straight weeks. They've been going at it, bro. Oh, my God. From Liv winning the Royal Rumble, right? And Stephanie, what was it? I forget. Who did she face for that championship because Naomi was pregnant? She had vacated. Who was it? Oh, it was Io Sky, I believe. Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer wins the title late last year, I believe. So now you have Liv Morgan, right? She's deciding who she's going to go up against. It was between Stephanie or Jade. I'm like, she ain't picking Jade. Not saying Jade is a great wrestler, but Jade is just overpowering figure. She's damn near 6 feet, bro. She's chiseled. She's jacked. What the hell is Liv going to do with that? So I already knew she's going after Stephanie. They're around the same size, same height, things like that. So now let's get into it. Liv Morgan will challenge Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer in a highly personal showdown at WrestleMania. Morgan outlasted 29 other superstars to win the 2026 Royal Rumble match. I believe she was top 2 or top 3 in like the last 2 Rumbles and earned the right to challenge the women's champion at her choosing at the Showcase of the Immortals. Why do you all keep saying Showcase of the Immortals? Just say WrestleMania. So, on the road to WrestleMania, Morgan engaged in volatile encounters with Vaquer and WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill. But once Stephanie interrupted Liv's interview and struck a nerve by claiming Morgan hadn't earned her position, the Royal Rumble winner knew who she wanted to face. Yeah, they've been gold, bro. This is a top 3 feud in WrestleMania. I mean, leading to WrestleMania. Easily, to me. Easily. On the February 23rd edition of Raw, Morgan attacked Vaquer and announced that she would challenge the women's world champion at the Show of Shows. So, yeah. So, this one right here. She won the Rumble. We've seen people win the Rumble. We've seen people win the Money in the Bank briefcase, right? And we will automatically think, okay, well, they got it, right? They won the Rumble. They're going to build up. They're going to win, right? Same for the Money in the Bank. They got the championship. They're going to cash in when a champion has their match, right? But we've seen some Money in the Bank cash-ins not go in their favor. But people was up there looking at when Roxanne came back, and then you had some stuff with, and I feel like they got away with that to focus more on them two, as far as, well, Roxanne Perez coming back, like she gave Liv a look or whatnot. People are just reading her body language, and I can understand that, right? Came back and attacked Stephanie Vaquer. But the same could happen for, Raquel Rodriguez. Because Raquel Rodriguez could interfere in this match. I'm just thinking outside the box, bro, because we all know interferences happen. We know what happens. Now, if Raquel all of a sudden just says the hell with, her eliminating me, because Liv did eliminate Raquel Rodriguez, even though it's a mano-a-mano at the Royal Rumble. That's, we know it's scripted, but it's like, come on, bro. If you're in as a group, okay, yeah, you can tag team and help eliminate others, but it's like, they're going to snake you, bro. Didn't Jay eliminate his brother? And they're the tag team champions, but I mean, if that doesn't happen, if Raquel and Roxanne do not turn on Liv, I think Liv is going to win, and they help her win. So, and Stephanie, she held the title goddamn long enough. And Liv was champion like twice anyway. But I think Liv's going to win this. I think she's going to win, yeah. Yeah, I think what could happen, though? What if this happens? What if Liv wins and Raquel or somebody, or Raquel and Roxanne just double cross her ass? Because the Judgment Day is damn near done anyway. They don't have Rhea. You don't have Damian Priest. You know, you kicked out Finn Balor. So, Carlito, he's not there no more due to, they let him go, WWE. So that's 4 Judgment Day members. So now you just got, they've added, some. So, so now you just got JD and Dominic, and now you got 3 women. You got Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne. So, Judgment Day ain't the same. But I still got Liv winning this match. That's what I got. So, that is that. So now we go to the main event and what people are criticizing due to Pat McAfee. Where is it at here? Right there. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Man. And I kind of feel people were saying, like, Pat McAfee, what the fuck? But hey, man, that's the direction they're going with. I mean, we just got to accept it at this point. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But, man, oh man. Cody Rhodes, like I told you, with the Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre, right? It says feature superstars, Drew McIntyre up there. No, I mean, it's Randy Orton, so they messed up on that. Drew McIntyre had the championship. Cody Rhodes beats him for it with the help of Fatu, right? And now we got Orton, who won the Elimination Chamber, and now he's facing Cody Rhodes for the championship. So we all thinking that, okay, we're going to get some sort of resemblance or remembrance from their legacy days, right? And then when they've showed images of it, they cropped out Ted DiBiase Jr. like he never was there. I remember Legacy. Late 2000s, early 2010s. I remember it. So, now then you had the infamous heel turn, right? I ain't gonna lie. I wish Cody would go heel, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because this man, Cody, just stays getting his ass whooped every single time, bro. You get your ass whooped by The Rock. You get your ass whooped by John Cena. Now you get your ass whooped by Randy Orton. You getting your ass whooped by guys over 45. So, it's like, God damn, bro. You love getting your ass whooped. And then coming in at the end and winning. So, well, he lost against Cena, but, whatever. But we've all seen a Randy Orton heel turn many times. Him as a heel, he's best and better as a heel. But it would have swerved people completely if it was Cody Rhodes. Or if you would have had it at WrestleMania. Or you would have had it because the crowd doesn't want to cheat. I mean, they don't want to boo Orton. That's what they're trying to get you to do, is to boo Orton, right? We realize that Orton has been with the company for 25 years, right? He's a legend in my top 10 all time. The fans just ain't ready to do it. That's why people are booing these guys, booing Pat McAfee, booing Cody Rhodes, right? We got to change the definition of baby faces and heels at this point. At this point, the heel got to be the face. You got to cheer for the heels and boo the baby faces. Change the definitions. So, we all know Randy Orton just demolishing and just destroying Cody Rhodes. And then you got these backstage segments of him on the phone and talking about the voices in his head, yada, yada, yada. We up here thinking that it's, what is it, Cowboy Bob Orton? Is it Ted DiBiase Jr., right? Because Ted DiBiase Jr., I think he won his case, or that case he had was dismissed. So it's like, oh shit, are we going to get Ted DiBiase? Are we going to get Legacy back? And we could. Anything could happen. We could see either Cowboy Bob Orton or Ted DiBiase. But Ted DiBiase, like, he got to get in shape first. This guy big as hell. But, I mean, yeah, but let's read this. At WrestleMania, undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is set to square off against Randy Orton. One of the most dangerous superstars in WWE history, WWE's Apex Predator is a 14-time world champion, a Grand Slam champion, a 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and a Money in the Bank winner. Historic career is that of legends, put an ironic point considering the part of his reputation was built as the Legend Killer. To me, one of the top 5 nickname ever. The Legend Killer, just killing legends, right? And then he changed to the Viper. To me, the Legend Killer is better than the Viper. I'm sorry. It is. It just is. Orton earned the right to challenge the undisputed WWE champion by winning the Elimination Chamber, outlasting Rhodes, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. I still ain't seen that match. Hell, I still ain't seen that show. In that match, however, the American Nightmare was eliminated thanks to outside interference from the title holder, Drew McIntyre. That part I did see, though. It was not the first time McIntyre had interfered to cost Rhodes an opportunity at a title rematch. After Jacob Fatu caused a disruption that helped Drew end Rhodes' second undisputed WWE title reign in a 3 Stages of Hell match on SmackDown. McIntyre also illegally eliminated Rhodes from the Royal Rumble match. After the Chamber Chaos, SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis made a title rematch on SmackDown, and Rhodes defeated McIntyre to reclaim the gold and solidify a title match against Orton at the Showcase of the Immortals. Right? Rhodes and Orton share a storied history, having fought side by side in the Legacy and maintaining a close friendship throughout the years. Again, you did each other's podcasts. Well, he will. Yeah. Well, yeah, Orton don't have a podcast. Randy was on Cody's podcast when he was doing it on the bus. Just notice he don't even do it on the bus no more. So, Cody held the undisputed WWE Championship for 378 days in his first reign and 159 days in his second. The title means everything to Rhodes, and after he went through hell to get it back, he will defend it against his one-time mentor. It isn't about the number of days for Orton, however, but rather one crucial second, the moment he needs to hit an RKO out of nowhere to defeat the American Nightmare. But yeah, this right here, yeah, they've been going at it, man. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'm going with Rand. I'm going with that Legend Killer, that Viper. I think Orton's going to win this. I don't see no damn swerve to where all of a sudden they faked it, right? Cody Rhodes was on the Pat McAfee, he destroyed his set, right? And they've kind of colluded behind Randy Orton. No. I believe McIntyre is going to... I think this isn't going to be... This isn't going to be the best match on the show. Because we all know Pat McAfee's going to get involved. Something's going to happen. And Randy Orton's going to win with an RKO and pin Cody Rhodes. And Randy Orton's going to be a 15-time world champion. That's what's going to happen. Yep. So, anyway, that's just under an hour, 54 minutes. That is who I have, and that is the winners that I have for the night 1 card. The night 2 card, I'm not going to have time to do it today. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. So, let me know in the comments who you all have winning every single match for WrestleMania Vegas Night 1 on Saturday. So, that's all I got, man. We could run down with it. Hey, let's go. I got it right here. 6-man tag. I told you all, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, The Vision, and IShow Speed got them winning, right? Unsanctioned match, I had Drew McIntyre. That was just a pick'em, no lie. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match, I had the Bellas winning. Women's Intercontinental Championship match, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, I had Becky Lynch winning. Even though Becky doesn't really need it, I didn't realize that AJ Lee just dominates her, bro. So, yeah. And many people going to want to see AJ Lee get that win, but hey, swerves can happen. Becky Lynch is winning. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. I had Gunther winning due to a Braun Breaker interference. And Gunther doesn't need no interference from no Braun, from anybody. But I just think that's going to happen. Gunther's going to take advantage. He's going to defeat Seth Rollins. The Women's World Championship match, Stephanie Becker versus Liv Morgan. I had Liv Morgan winning that match. In the Undisputed WWE Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Of course, I got Randy Orton winning this match. So, that is my pick'ems. And, yeah, man, I will come at you all with a night 2 for WrestleMania Vegas. Catch you all later, man.